Hey guys, this is Erin with All Things Adams. It's a long time no see. I was gonna do videos the past couple of months, but it's been like very crazy right now in our household. As you can see, it's 11 a.m. and I just woke up. But I wanted to do a video real quick to touch base with everyone about what's been going on for the past couple of months. And then I am gonna get back in the habit I'm trying to do a video like every week or every 2 weeks. We do have exciting news. We are going to Branson, Missouri on September 26th through the 28th. So I will do footage of that. I'll do a couple videos of that, what we do, where we eat. We do know that we are doing a couple attractions. However, we're not for sure like where we're going to eat and things like that. But I'm getting ready to talk base about Branson, Missouri. But just a heads up, like for the past couple of months, I meant to do videos when we first moved into the house. I know I did one. I was super excited, but we have been fixing a couple things throughout the house. Not anything major, just little things to kind of help, like our electricity bill. And then Wayne had surgery around my birthday, and we did not really celebrate my birthday too much, which I was totally fine with. I just really wanted to spend the day and just relax, because with his surgery he had it on his ear, so he was not able to go outside because of the antibiotics he was on. He had to stay away from the sun, and then he couldn't be around loud noises. Well, if most of you guys don't really know, my birthday is July 4th, so we ended up like barricading ourselves in the house, basically away from all the loud popping noises from the fireworks. And then after that happened, oh my goodness, after that happened, let's see, Tiny had surgery, my cat, or our cat, or a gray one that gets in the videos. I'm sure she'll probably jump up on this video soon. She had surgery. She went in for a teeth cleaning and then ended up having to get a tooth removed because within the week that she was supposed to go in for a teeth cleaning, she chipped her tooth. So we ended up having to remove that. And she's doing great now. For the first week, she was kind of iffy, but now she's doing great. And then our dog, Circus, which you guys have met Circus, I think, a couple times. She ended up getting the flu, so now she has doggy flu, and she's actually currently next to me, still recovering from doggy flu. So yeah, that's been going on, and then a couple things at work have been going on. I'm kind of doing more than I'm used to right now at work to help out, because we do have a couple people out of our office, so that's been like really just not stressful, but just wearing me out. So I just haven't really been able to do a video recently. And then also my crochet business. If you haven't followed me yet on Facebook, it is Hook and Pull Crafts Co. Definitely check me out on there. That has been booming. That has been taking off. So that really has been capturing my attention. But I just want you guys to know I haven't forgot about you. I'm going to start trying to do the videos weekly or every 2 weeks. So this video today, I'm going to talk about Branson, Missouri, that is coming up next month, and then also a little bit about our trip on the Jubilee, because our Jubilee trip is in February. We will be recording on that one as well. Now, remind you, we haven't been on the Jubilee yet. We're really excited, so you will be learning with us as we go around the ship. I have been learning a couple things. We have been getting our excursions, things like that, so I'm going to do that in a different video of what we booked, how much it was, how much our trip is, and where we booked everywhere. Because I noticed like in my past videos we didn't really like touch base on that. But so today we are going to talk about Branson. However, we're going to talk about the Jubilee and what all we booked for that so far in the next video. So if you haven't done so yet, or if you're still around at 4 minutes, please like and subscribe to this channel. I promise you I'm going to do a lot better. I'm making sure that there's videos for you guys throughout the weeks, and then also like when we go to Branson, you'll get footage of that. If you are in the Midwest and you haven't been to Branson yet, or you're thinking about booking a trip to Branson, this video is definitely for you, because I had gotten bunches of deals at Branson. So I feel like if you guys are listening, like and subscribe, because you might learn some things and tips and tricks to have a better experience in Branson. So here we go. A couple of weeks ago, I was talking to my buddy that is also going on the Jubilee with us, and he had told me that him and his wife are getting ready to go to Europe, and I was like, dang, I really kind of want to book a trip right before the Jubilee, get some content for my YouTube channel, kind of get away, relax. I just would love that, because we haven't really been anywhere in a long time. We haven't been anywhere in a long time. So I thought about it, and I had wrote down places. I had done Eureka Springs, Arkansas. I had did Branson, Missouri, Oklahoma City, and then also Kansas City, Missouri. So, as you guys know, we live in Kansas. We're in the Midwest. Those were kind of the areas I was like, okay, we can definitely do and have fun with. So I was thinking about it. I was like, okay, if we go to Oklahoma City, we do that every few months. We go down there. But the problem with that is not very much, like, really, like, because Wayne and I, the thing is Wayne and I, we're not party animals. We don't really go out. We don't really live that lifestyle of clubbing or anything like that. We don't drink hardly ever. Like, I don't drink. He drinks every once in a while, but not much. Oh, excuse me. So I was like, okay, well, I don't really want to go to Oklahoma City, because I feel like every time we get down there, we just kind of sit in the hotel and we're like, okay, what do you want to do? And then he'll be like, what do you want to do? And then I'll be like, I don't know, what do you want to do? And then it just goes back and forth until the day is over with. Now, there was a Blink-182, or there is a Blink-182 concert coming up in Kansas City that we were planning on going to. I really wanted to go to it because Mark is finally back with the band. However, we did see them in 2019. They were great. I love it. I'm not much of a concert goer anyways, for the most part. So I was thinking about it, and we were talking about it, and we're like, well, I guess we could just drive up there and drive back. So we're about 2 to 2.5 hours away from Kansas City. And I was like, okay. But it's on a Saturday at 7 p.m. We would have to leave by like noon on Saturday, and then by the time we get home Sunday morning, it's going to be really early, and I'm going to be really tired. And I'm like, okay, I mean, yeah, I did enjoy the concert, but oh my god. But, like, that's not really a getaway, you know, because we'll be in this car the same amount of time as we would be at the concert, so it's not really technically a getaway. So then I was talking to Wayne, and I was like, God, I'm really itching. And I was talking to my friend, and I was like, I'm really itching to get away for, like, just a weekend. Like, somewhere fun, somewhere that we can relax, have fun. And I didn't want it to be, we get there and be like, okay, what do you want to do? Like, because we didn't have anything planned. So then I thought about it, and I was like, well, we could do Eureka Springs. I've been there a handful of times. I've been there at least, I want to say once, or I've been there twice. I love Eureka Springs. It's a lot of shopping, a lot of sightseeing, and things like that. But I have a feeling with the way Wayne and I are, because we do shop, but we're not big shoppers. I felt like we would get bored after the first night. So I was kind of iffy about that, and I was like, okay, well, what about Branson? Because if you've never been to Branson, definitely look it up. They are an attraction city. They have all sorts of stuff going on. They have dinner shows. They have boat rides. They have Silver Dollar City, which is a theme park. They have the Titanic Museum, which I'm getting ready to talk about that, because that is where we're going on Saturday. They have they have Table Rock there, which is a lake. They have all sorts of stuff. Like, I mean, miles on miles on miles on miles of restaurants, dinner, movies, theater, attractions, different buildings full of different things. So I was like, okay, we haven't been to Branson since like 2018. We should definitely go. So I was looking at it, and I didn't tell Wayne any of this. Like, I didn't tell him anything until that night. So I got onto hotels.com, and I am a firm believer, if you have never booked a hotel or a place to stay, do it on hotels.com. Sorry, my kids just ran through here. Hold on. Guys, don't hurt yourselves. Okay, they're chasing each other. But I am a firm believer on hotels.com. Stay away from booking.com, because let me tell you about them. Hold on. What, Cece? Well, get up here and be in my video. Come on. Get up here and be in my video. There she is. There's my pretty girl. How you feeling today? Huh? You had a couple accidents, but not too bad. Okay. Now try do this video with me real quick. So, Do not do booking.com. Just don't do it. No booking.com. Because this is the thing. I used to use booking.com for everything. Everything. And I did away with them when we had our trip on the breeze with my parents. I love my parents, but last minute we decided, oh my gosh, we're going to go ahead and book a hotel and stay in Denton the night before going to Galveston. Last minute we decided it. I got on bookings.com and there was this nice hotel. It was rated at like a 3-star. I said, okay, the rooms look really nice. The pictures look really nice. It was only $100 or $75 for the night. And I thought, deal, okay, it'll be, for two of us, it'd be like $150. Not bad at all. So I booked the hotel. We get down there. It's like midnight. We get down there. The outside of the hotel looks great. I walk in and you can smell the cigarettes and a really bad smell. And I thought, okay, maybe it's just the lobby. And I say that because I have been to hotels before where the lobby smells, but the hotel in general is pretty nice when you get to the rooms. So I said, okay. So I go up there to check in. And the lady is like, oh, you owe $75. And I said, no. And she's like, yeah. And I said, well, I did it through booking.com. I already paid for it. Here's my confirmation. It's paid for. And she goes, no, you owe $75 for one of the rooms. So I get my parents. And at this time, I'm going to be real with you. Careful, Cece. At this time, here's my word. I did not have very much money on me at the time because when we went on this trip, we were basically broke. And I went in and I told my mom, I said, hey, went to the car. I said, hey, I need $75 because apparently we didn't pay $75 for one of the rooms, but I'm going to call booking in the morning. And she said, okay. So she goes in, she pays. We get to our rooms. Everything's okay for now. It's a little sketchy as we're getting to our rooms, like loud noises. It kind of seemed really weird. So we get to our room. Everything's okay. Next thing you know, I'm on the phone with booking.com because I'm like, what the hell? I paid $150 for these two rooms and now they're charging us another $75. Like, this is not okay. And so we get to our rooms. Next thing I know, my mom is pounding on our door, screaming at us as I'm on the phone with booking.com, screaming at us to get our stuff and get out of this hotel because they got to their room. Like, our room didn't look bad. Our room looked really nice. They got to their room. There was stains everywhere. There were cockroaches everywhere. I mean, it was bad. So they basically run out of the room. We get our stuff. I'm on the phone with booking.com telling them everything that's going on. And so we leave. And now at this point, we don't have anywhere to go. We're like, okay, it's midnight. We're in Denton, Texas. We have nowhere to go. So luckily there was a hotel next door to this hotel and they took us in for $150. We got a suite. That's where we stayed the night at. At this point, my parents were over it. I was over it. So my dad, he gets very mad. Not mad. He gets irritated very fast. And I understand because I'm the same way. So he was wanting a refund for the $75 that he had paid at the hotel. However, I did get him that refund back. So he got the $75 back in his account. Woohoo. However, I was telling booking.com that basically we didn't stay there. I was on the phone with the lady the whole time. And I wanted a refund for my money because I didn't stay there. And I was telling them this hotel's really bad. There's cockroaches. It smells. Everything's bad with this hotel. So my dad had ended up calling the health department, and to shut them down. It was that bad. Oh my gosh, it was so bad. The health department actually went in and they gave them a 48-hour notice to get it cleaned up. And I don't even really know what happened then. But yeah, the guy went to the room that my parents stayed in. He saw the cockroaches. We took pictures of everything. It was disgusting. So this is the thing with booking. They refunded half of it, but would not refund the other half. And I said, no, I want a full refund for the other half. And I said, you guys put on the site that this is a 3-star hotel. It was really nice, pictures, things like that. I want a full refund. They we're like, yeah, I'm going to give you it, blah, blah, blah. I said, okay. Well, then I called again, because this is like a week later, and then I call again to figure out like what's going on, because they're not really giving me updates. And this guy on booking.com really told me to quit calling, that they're handling it, and on and on and on. And I thought, okay. So I was like, well, that's rude. So I don't want to be a Karen, but I was like, you know what, I'm going to give him a couple weeks go by, still no refund. And I was like, guys, and they're like, well, we gave you your refund. I said, no, I paid $150 and you guys only gave me $75 back. I was like, I'm still missing $75. And then it got to the point where my husband and I were talking about it, and I was like, at this rate, I'm just going to let it go, because I don't feel like I'm going to get that $75 back. I'm done. I'm over it. And basically, we're not going to do booking.com anymore. Well, kind of find out later on that, because this cruise was in January. Come to find out later on about that hotel, they had started letting the homeless live there, and started letting like a lot of people just live there, and it ended up being like a hotel that was a hotel, but like people were living there, so it was like a whole mess. So, and then I also had an incident with booking.com where when Wayne and I went on our first cruise, I had booked us a hotel down in Galveston, and luckily I googled it as well, so I booked us the hotel. Everything was great, but and mind you, we were going on a cruise the same time that they were having the bike rally down there, so like hotels were like $400 or $500 a piece if you didn't book early. Now I booked like a year and a half out, so got the hotel, and then like a couple weeks later I was really excited to show Wayne this hotel. So instead of going on booking.com, I was like, oh, I'll just Google it. I Googled it. It was permanently closed. Yep. And Booking didn't say anything. Booking took my money for it. Permanently closed. I called the number thinking maybe they accidentally did that on Google. No. When you called the number, it said permanently closed. I canceled it, and they gave me back my money. No problem, thank God. But the problem with this now is we don't have a hotel. And at this rate, hotels are skyrocketing. The cheapest hotel I could find on Galveston Island was like $400 for the night. And I was not going to pay that. So I was like, you know what? Let's do Airbnb. I never stayed in an Airbnb. My husband did when he lived in Chicago, but I never stayed in an Airbnb. So let's go ahead and do that. Found this nice Airbnb for $100 for the night. Luckily, it was a steal. We grabbed it. The lady was nice. I love her. I will get her info, link it down in the description below. Nice room, lovely lady, loved her. I actually got sick on the way down to Galveston, threw up on my outfit, and we needed to find, when we got to Galveston, we were 45 minutes away from Galveston. So I hit her up, asked her, hey, you got a laundry room? I'll spray down my clothes outside and then put it in the laundry. She said, no, I don't, but there's a laundromat next door. I will hit the guy up, let him know you're coming, because we were going to be there the same time he was about to close. And she's like, I'll let him know you're coming. Here's his number, just text him when you get into town, and we'll get you taken care of. That's how great she was. So I got taken care of. So that right there tells me that I will never do booking.com again, ever. Stay away from booking.com. And before I forget, if you haven't done so already, like and subscribe to this channel, because I do give good tips on whenever I book stuff. So always do hotels.com. And the one thing I like about hotels.com is, one, they're there for you, unlike booking.com, and two, they give you cash back. Cash back! Who likes cash back? Wayne and I have stayed at 3 hotels, separate hotels, with hotels.com, and we already have $25 plus this upcoming trip that we get back in cash back to use towards other hotels and things like that on hotels.com. You get cash back for staying at these hotels on hotels.com. So don't forget that. You basically get cash back to use on further trips. Do not forget that. So use hotels.com. They're amazing. You get cash back. They're always there for you. They always help you. I love them. And you can use Afterpay with them. So if you book a hotel for like $150, you don't really have the $150 to pay, but you have like $30, $40 in your account that you're like, okay, I can do that. use Afterpay with them because they still will let you pay off your hotel using Afterpay, and they still give you the cash back. So definitely do hotels.com. Now, to talk about Branson, I went on to hotels.com, and this is also why I love them. I got onto hotels.com to look at hotels in Branson. Now, Branson has hotels and they have resorts and they have condos. I found, and one thing about hotels.com is they always try to give you the best rate possible. When I booked for Branson, I did a 2-night stay, 3 days, or 2 nights and 3 day stay. We are staying at Stillwater Resorts in Branson. That is normally a $500 stay for 2 nights. I got it for $200 off hotels.com. $200. They saved me $300 to stay at this resort. This resort. It's like a $600 stay for 2 nights. And I got it for $200. Where are you going to find that on booking.com? Nowhere. They're going to book you a hotel that's permanently closed or that have cockroaches. This place, I looked it up on Google because I learned my lesson. I was like, you know what? Before I book anything, I always look it up on Google. I want to know where it's at. I want to know the stars. I want to know the ratings. This is a 3-star resort. Great reviews. $200 for 2 nights. So that's $100 a piece for 2 nights. And this is like a $600 resort right by Silver Dollar City. Like just down the road from Silver Dollar City. So I booked that. I booked it very fast. Okay. I came home and then Wayne's car, we take that everywhere. But I was like, you know what? Let's rent a car. Let's just rent a car for the weekend. Don't have to worry about maintenance on our cars. Don't have to go get it checked out. Blah, blah, blah. The stress. We'll just rent a car. Expedia.com. Go to Expedia if you have not yet. Because I am a state employee for Kansas. They do give us discounts on stuff. They do give us discounts on rental cars. But they wanted, like, for 3 days, they wanted, like, $400. About $400, I want to say. It was, like, $380 for 2 nights, 3 days on this rental car. I went to Expedia.com, and that was supposed to be a discount for state employees. I went to Expedia.com and got a rental car for 2 nights and 3 days for $144. $140 to $144. So definitely go to Expedia. I don't use them a lot. This is my first time ever really using them. I will let you know how I like them. But yeah, I loved it because it was literally $140 for sorry, my allergies are flaring up. $144 for 2 nights and 3 days on this rental car. So right there we paid $200 for our resort. Now, and I will say our resort comes with 4 swimming pools, or 3 swimming pools, 2 hot tubs, a golf course, a mini golf course, volleyball course, I think a tennis course, arcade, a pool hall. It has a diner in there. It has pizza, has a coffee shop. Most of it is free. The amenities are free except for the coffee shop and the pizza place. Other than that, Wayne and I can go in a water park. All of it is free. All you just do is book your stay. Now, don't forget, it's called Stillwater Hotel and Resorts, or Stillwater Resorts. It's right there by Silver Dollar City. When we go there, I will give you guys an update on how we like it, how our stay was, things like that. But if you're looking to book, especially for a family, because they have a water park, 3 swimming pools, 2 hot tubs, and it's huge. Mini golf, arcade, pool hall, has pizza, coffee, all that, mostly for free. Everything's free except for the pizza and the coffee. Book it. It's great. And they have condos there too. So Wayne and I just got a standard room. But they have condos there that you can stay in for your whole family. So definitely check it out and look at it. Stillwater Resorts by Silver Dollar City in Branson, Missouri. And I'll list it down below in my description box. When I get to work on Monday, I will talk about like what the resort's called, where it's located, and how much we pay for it. But yeah, so between that and the rental car, we paid only $350 for this trip. And I'm thinking, oh my gosh. So I get home and I tell Wayne, oh my god, we're going to Branson. He is super excited. He's over the moon. Like, we haven't been there since 2018. When we did go there, we went with friends. So it wasn't like we were able to really do everything that we wanted to do privately because we had friends with us. We were staying in our friend's grandparents' condo. So we kind of just went wherever they wanted to go. But I will say I'm a huge believer of the Titanic. I love the Titanic. I love the history of the Titanic. Everything about the ocean, water. Clearly why I cruise is right there in the heart of Titanic. They do have a museum down there. I got us tickets for 10 a.m. on Saturday when we get down there. The tickets were $93 for 2 people. Yes, they're a little expensive, but they have so many artifacts down there at the Titanic. They have so much stuff, and I don't think I'm going to record when I go there, but I will definitely record and let you guys know what all we saw when we were there. They had the artifacts of the Titanic, actual things from the Titanic. They have last I knew, they had a wall of part of the ship that you could see. You can put your hand in the cold water, the temperature that they drowned in, sadly. But yeah, so basically, if you haven't thought about doing a Titanic museum, definitely check it out. You board, they call it boarding. You get there at your scheduled time, you board the Titanic, they give you a card of someone's name, and that's who you are while you're there. And as you go through the museum, you learn different things about your person. You learn things about the Titanic, everything like that. By the time you get out of there, you find out if your person lived or if they passed away on the Titanic, and I thought that was really cool. Yes, the tickets are a little expensive, but I've always loved the Titanic. I love everything about the Titanic. So I thought, well, this is really sentimental to me, so I will definitely pay the $93 for Wayne and I to go. I will say it is a self-guided tour, so you don't have a tour guide. It's a self-guided tour. They have a gift shop. And I looked it up, and it's about 1.5 to 2 hours to go through the whole museum. So I think we go on at 10 a.m. We should be done by noon. But other than that, that's all we have booked so far. But when it gets closer next month, I think Wayne and I will sit down and figure out what else we want to do. We looked at the dinner shows, but they're all about the Western. And we're not big on Western stuff. So I think we are going to skip the dinner shows this time. And we're going to go ahead and skip the boat ride, dinner ride, because not that we wouldn't enjoy it. It's just the food kind of looked and I'm like, what if we get stuck on the ship or on this boat that we don't really like, and now we're stuck for a few hours. So yeah, we skipped the dinner shows. There's murder mystery show, but they're all Western. Here comes Tiny Marie. She is shaking my camera like crazy. Tiny girl. Okay, stop. We're almost done. But yeah, so we're going to Branson. Well, I'll wrap this up because she is like getting very mad. So we're going to Branson next month. I will keep you guys posted on everything. And yeah, I will drop down below in the description box how much we paid for everything, where it's located, how we paid for it, like how we got on hotels.com, all this stuff. And if you have any questions, please drop your questions down in the comments. If you have any comments, drop them down in the comments. Or any advice if you've been to Branson, there might be something that we're missing that might be extremely fun that you found fun. Let us know in the comments. And if you haven't done so already, please like and subscribe to this channel. And I promise you, I will be more, I'm going to be more open to making more videos to keep up with you guys, because I'm really looking to get more followers, more subscribers. So please share this video with whoever you feel that would subscribe and enjoy this content. And yeah, we will see you later, okay? Bye!